Okay, so in this video, I would like to actually put together my monotub by combining my freshly pasteurized bulk substrate and my fully colonized healthy grain here. All right, the very first thing that I like to do is go ahead and put in my freshly pasteurized bulk substrate. Just like this. All right. Make sure you spread your bulk substrate out as evenly as possible. Okay. You shouldn't see any insects or critters crawling around in your pasteurized bulk substrate because the heat should have killed them off. So if you do see any bugs, critters, ants, or anything crawling around in your bulk substrate, you didn't do it correctly. And I wouldn't advise you to knock up a monotub with that substrate. Okay, now we have our bulk substrate into our monotub now. Put into our monotub now. Now the next thing that I like to do is go ahead and break up 3 jars of your grain. All right. And what you should do when you break up your jars, just like this, when you break up your jars, build the habit of opening your jars up and just sniffing your jars to make sure that your grains are not funky and otherwise bad smelling, because that could mean that your grains are contaminated. So it should smell like healthy mycelium or mushrooms. Nothing funky or otherwise distasteful. All right. So once you've broken up 3 grain jars, what you want to do next is mix this up. Okay? You want to mix it evenly. Make sure that you spread the colonized grain or inoculum to all 4 corners of the monotub. Even if you have to rotate the tub like this to get the other side, you can do that. But just make sure that you mix evenly. Just like this. Okay, now what I like to do is grab my other 3 jars and break those jars up. So what you see me do here is enter or put in my bulk substrate, put in all of the bulk substrate, break up half of my jars, put that in, mix 3 jars with all of the contents of your bulk substrate, and then break up the other 3 jars and put that in. And guys, just be careful because sometimes these jars can break on you if you pound this jar too hard, and I don't want you guys cutting yourself or hurting yourself. Okay, so now that we've put in our last 3 jars, we want to again spread our colonized grain evenly throughout the mono tub, hitting all 4 corners. Now we just mix good. And again, this is simple. All you want to make sure you do here is mix thoroughly. And again, if you guys would like rotating the mono tub to mix from different angles, that's fine. All right, so now our bulk substrate and our grain or inoculum is mixed evenly inside of our mono tub. Now what we want to do is come right over the top of it and smooth it out. Might want to come a little closer. You want to come right over the top and smooth it out, just like this. Rotate it so that you can view it from different angles to make sure that it's smooth and even on all sides. Just like this. Rotate it again. Make sure it's smooth and even on all sides. All right. Now our substrate and grain spawn is smooth and even on all sides. Let me show you guys a little trick, what I've learned over the years to help my bulk substrate and my grain spawn colonize much faster, and a little trick that ensures that I get a very, very nice pin set. What I like to do is go right around the edges with my fingers and press down slightly, just like this. Just around the edges. I like to press down slightly. Not too hard, you're not trying to make a huge indent on the sides, but just very slightly pressing down. And I always get very nice pin sets when doing this. All right, beautiful. Now what we want to do is take off our gloves. And we want to cut away the extra liner from the sides of our bulk substrate and grain spawn. All right, I still like to leave a little bit of a lip from the plastic, but I like to cut away the majority of that extra liner because we don't need it. Okay, now just pull away all of that extra liner, just like that. All right, and go ahead and cut.